Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know where you are in America or around the world, but this is a special treat for our members. This is a treat for our members before we release it to the world. And I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to check in. This is a very impromptu interview. However, they reached out to me, and as such, I am going to be able to talk to one of the heirs to the creator of the show Good Times. Many of you know that there was a reboot of Good Times that aired on Netflix. I, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, but immediately there was outrage coming from the black community. And I think after looking at the clip, I would understand why many have been upset about this reboot. Well, notwithstanding the fact that this reboot uh, aired without the blessings of the ears of Mr. Evans, and that's the creator of Good Times. He has since passed, but we have an opportunity to bring in one of his daughter, to discuss why this should have never happened. With that said, I'm going to give her an opportunity to come into the room. She's in Dubai right now, and this is probably around 2 o'clock, so I'm sure it's past her bedtime. But she's uh, willingly granted an interview to discuss why this reboot should have never happened. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give her a few minutes to come in. I think she's here already, as a matter of fact. She's in the background. I see her. She's moving around. She's waving. I see her in the background. I'm gonna let her adjust the camera and get situated. But ladies and gentlemen, very special treat. A very special treat. I don't know if she has a tripod or something to mount her phone, but we don't want her to shaking and moving and doing the Harlem Shake. Without any further ado, let's bring on Miss Carlena Evans. Hopefully, I didn't jack up the name, but good afternoon. Good evening.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. We just gonna talk to everybody.
Talk to
How you
everybody.
doing?
I'm doing good. What time is it there? Around 2 o'clock? 1:30?
Yeah, it's 1:19 a.m. Yeah.
1:19. Did you have a busy
Yeah.
day?
Not really. But I'm
Okay.
hoping I look alive and youthful. I'm going for that. So I hope that's what
Well,
I'm gonna
you
pull
coming across
off.
youthful. I'm feeling like I need to see your ID now.
Oh, 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 compliment. I'm not ready for compliments this time.
Carlina, how are you?
I'm good. I've been better considering, but yeah, I'm good.
So I obviously your team reached out to me. I've been covering this whole Trump situation happening in America, but this hits very close to home because I grew up watching Good Times, uh, not the reboot with the original, the original Good Times, uh, and I'm not telling my age. However, I want to say that it is one of the national treasures for our community because we grew up watching it. No different. We watched the Jeffersons or Red Fox or we could go back. I don't want to date myself too much, but I'll just say I seen the originals.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's first of all let's talk about what was your thoughts when you actually see this project that your family did not greenlight come to the Netflix.
I don't know if we have the time for all of my thoughts. I'll do my best to sum it up. Oh Lord, travesty. Definitely racist. I think that's what it hurts the most. It absolutely feels like an attack. I don't know how else to. It's just so stereotypical. It's so demeaning as to what we stood for in that original show. It's everything that we're not. It's the opposite. And so that's the most striking. It's just like, oh, and I don't understand why they would affiliate it with Good Times. You see, it just, I don't understand unless, of course, it was in some kind of way intentional. Do you see? Because
Well,
it definitely is not us. It's not good times.
right. So if we went down the rabbit hole and looked at who were some of the people that were involved in the reboot, we might learn some interesting things about them. Now, the clip that went viral was the scene in the shower where one of the characters, cartoon character, because this is a cartoon, was talking to a roach. That was very disgusting.
Yep.
Disgusting stereotype, a stereotype, um, and I think that we have come too far to be even entertain trash like that.
Exactly. I haven't watched it. It's too difficult for me to. It's kind of the same for me as someone throwing poo on me. For me to watch that, I can't even watch it. So I have to go off of what I'm hearing. And I think the thing that hurts the most, I'm hearing that I guess the father is illiterate, and because I come from an educated background, and that's really painful. And then also considering that I understand it's an adult animation, but children still gravitate to animations. So I am very uncomfortable with these types of images you know what I mean? Even potentially going into children. It's over sexualized, guns, drugs. It's like every single thing we don't want our children to see. That's what they've managed. I don't even know. That's the one thing they've done well. They've managed to get everything in, every stereotype that you can think of. They got it all in there. So they
And,
do get an award for that.
and to your point, it reaches to children first because I don't think many adults is running to look at a cartoon more so than the kids. It's it comes across as nice and friendly, but then when you start delving into it, these are the things that kids pick up, and they're very impressionable. So again, we need to get down to first of all, how did they even get the right to do this? Because you guys got to sign off on everything.
Absolutely. Those are all questions. The only thing I can say is I believe that we weren't contacted for permission because they knew that we would not give permission. So that's another reason why I'm thinking it's leaning more toward intentional, right? And understand this all happened shortly after the live show that we did with NBC. I think ABC. It was on ABC. We did the live show, and that we signed off on. We were in attendance. Everything was fine. In fact, we were even acknowledged. They said the rights holders, please stand up. And then suddenly, the following year, here was this press release, and it was just like, wait, what is this? We contacted them, our attorneys contacted, what exactly is this? And we were told there's nothing. We're not working on anything. This was after the press release.
After the
So
press release.
yes, so technically, right? Technically, legally, under our understanding, this did not even exist until now. Now, I'm on it, so I knew, I figured it still was happening, and so over these past 4 years, I've definitely kept up on it, and I've done everything to make sure. To be honest, I've done a lot to do my best for it to not come out at all.
What?
I
Okay,
didn't want it
so
to come out at all.
so because it is involving your intellectual property, was there a cease and desist sent out? I mean, what type of actions did you guys take to attempt to prevent this from happening?
Um, for now, I won't answer that directly.
Okay.
But certainly efforts, yes, have been made, and despite those efforts, it, as you see, they have continued, which again makes me do believe that this had to be intentional in some way. Like I don't know. It's a mystery to me.
Okay. So, do you reside out of the country, or you just on vacation?
Both.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I reside out of the country, but I still frequent U.S. I'm a little. I got to be both places.
Can you talk a little bit about your father, late father, and what was his um, ultimate intention on this part of legacy that he's left for you and your family members?
Uh, it wasn't this. I can tell you that. I know we come from an educated family. My grandfather was a dentist. My grandmother was an educator. I am an educator. So we certainly stand behind things of quality, doing things right and fair. And so it wasn't this. I can tell you that.
There were other creators involved in this in the original. Um, and I think I saw that in the press release. Uh, how are they feeling about this? And
Oh, listen, because see how it works with good times is in order for us to do everything, anything at all, we all agree. Okay,
okay,
so Mr. Eric Monte, of course, created the show. In fact, it's about his life. He's from Chicago. My father certainly was with him. He was already working with Mr. Norman Lear at that time. They came together and they created magic. Okay, so 50% is Mr. Monte. He's still alive and thriving and with us, and we're so grateful. And then the other 50%, of course, is my father. And so for my father is myself and my sister Tammie. So that for anything to happen, that means we all agree on something. You see? And in this particular case, it's funny how strongly we all agree that this needs to get taken off air. You see,
uh,
so we all agree. There's not a single, I think anyone with any ounce of brown agrees. I think
right?
if
Any
you're
ounce of
black, if
brown.
you identify as black, if you have friends that are brown, if you anybody, this is offensive. It's just across the board. We all agree.
And to your point, I've seen a lot of the outrage on social media when it came out, when the clip came out. And people, if you don't have to be as old as me to remember what good times meant to you, but I think that this has become a problem not just with this project, but I've seen others who have co-opted the creations of stuff that we've done and just went with it and just went, I would just say went rogue and say, I'm just gonna do it, we're gonna do it and we'll figure it out later. They, sometimes they think that people, we're not gonna fight for our rights. But
And that's why it's so important that we're having this discussion, because we have to stop, as a people, we have to stop allowing, right, other people, other races, whatever the case is, to like you say, take us back.
take us
Let
back.
us yeah, let us progress, let us continue to do well. And they absolutely have taken the Evans family back. Like they were not like this in the 70s. They didn't think like this. They were not stupid like this, right? Like what they did to JJ is terrible.
I hadn't seen it. I'm gonna look at I'm sure
It's
there are many
terrible.
others have seen it because I don't really gravitate towards cartoons, but as a member of the press and looking at how our community has come out and show their disdain for this project, it was clear. It's clear that it doesn't represent the legacy that your father and the co-creator uh, uh, intended. So I
Yeah.
guess I guess the other thing what people want to know is what's next. What are we going to do? Like, how do we stop this?
Well, we've learned throughout the years, us as a people, we're very strong, and so we know how to get things done. My prayer is that we have the sense enough to come together. First, you got to unite, right, and then you stand for something. We seen it happen with what's his name, George, when he passed and it was on video and we all came together. The whole world came together and said, no, this is wrong. And look, the police officers were
George Floyd.
were charged. Yes.
Right.
Or even in the 60s, Martin Luther King, everybody came together. No, we're gonna boycott and we're gonna do this. And it does take work. It does take sacrifice. It does take working together, unity. And yeah, it takes some work, but if we want this to stop happening, if we want to have control of our images, if we want to be respected as a race and as a people, we honestly gonna have to do something.
Have
We
to.
may have to, yeah, we may have to cancel, right, those Netflix. We may have to not like the episode. There's a lot of ways that we can do this. I know I seen someone created the boycott, which is awesome. Of course, I signed it. So we are gonna have to be proactive, and certainly I'm working my end with the power that I have. So if
I
we
was
all
ready to
work together, yeah, they're gonna have to take it off.
I was ready to protest when they put on the Jeffrey Dahmer's docu series. I was really pissed off. Then I was done with them. It's
Yeah.
just uh, I think that that's what's going to have to happen. I think we're going to have to stand 10 toes down and be ready to do whatever's necessary because today is you, tomorrow can be another content creator. Uh,
Yes.
and that people have to realize that. And I think Jermaine Dupri, the music producer, spoke somewhat about it last night in an interview, and I said that one of the reasons I believe why these things happen is because we don't fight, we
Yep.
just allow. You know,
Yep.
we fall. We fall to the pressure, and But I think that there are not a lot of lawyers, young lawyers coming out in the field of entertainment, IP, and these are the things that they need to show where they, show what they went to school for. We got to fight for this stuff. So I get it. I totally get it.
And the thing is, yeah, don't let others dictate, your value and who you are. That's not cool. So that's what's happening. It's allowing other people, right, or other races to show what they think we are. And no, we have to say this is not who we are. We are smart. We are educated. And even though the Evans family didn't have a lot of money, you see, they had family, they had togetherness, they had gratitude. And these are things I own a youth program, and I do curriculums, and I use those curriculums, for my kids. So this is super duper embarrassing for me, in a direct, on my own personality and what I put out to the world. And so we just, we
It's
just
a
need
slap in the
to
face.
do
Let's be
better.
honest.
It's absolutely,
It's a slap
it's
in the face.
absolutely.
I saw a clip just before you got on. I'm like, what is this? I don't remember. First of all, none of that stuff that they're talking about, it didn't exist back in the '70s, like you said. So what is this?
Yeah.
But again, you want to first of all, what is kids explosion? You want to talk about that? Explosion Nation.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit, and we're everywhere. That's why I'm over here. So what I do is actually a lot of the themes of Good Times. I go and make sure that children, whether they have money or not, that they know that they are filled with gratitude for what they do have, and they focus on their talents. So I love it because I have a mix of entertainment and education, and that's what I do. So certainly look up Kids Explosion. We're in UAE, of course. UAE is the country where Dubai is,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so we holding it down, but
Especially
we're still in
passport bros
US.
and sisters, you know what that is. UAE.
Yeah, I mean, because I know some people don't know UAE. Yeah, it's United Arab Emirates.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, so and then we also are in Ghana and Kenya and Uganda. And so I go, if children are talented, we celebrate that. So we're celebrating what's inside of our children, whether they have money or not. And so, and so
How
that's
long
what
have you been
kids.
doing this?
Oh, so long. So 14 years.
That's a long time.
It's a long time. It's a long time. And that's my baby. So, well,
So you
teenager
started when you
now.
was a baby yourself.
Yeah,
14 years.
I was like 4.
Yeah. You started early.
You know. So yeah,
So
I love it. I did start it out of grad school, and I would have never ever thought that it would, we would continue to grow. But I'm just so adamant and passionate. And once I got a taste, we our first country out of US was in 2016 in Ghana. And when I got a taste of that, how impoverished, the rest of the world is, some places are, it's like, oh no, they need it most. So I enjoy working with the children that don't have, because they absolutely need to know who they are the most. The value that they do have, being grateful, and
are you employing any type of film or other uh, visual visual aids like maybe acting, just to kind of, because this right here, what they're doing with the reboot, again, it's a slap in the face. But are you a part of any productions that may, you know, be able to tell our story in a better light?
Yeah, I over the years, because I've been kind of like I'm the main person for Good Times because, as stated, Mr. Eric Monte, of course, is 50%, but he's of age. You know, he's had some strokes, so it's been me, right, kind of in the driver's seat for what, about 12 years now. And over the years, we've had all kinds of different offers or opportunities, contracts. So it's actually a matter of a person who is possibly interested in doing something. We are open, to license out and do different projects and activities. And as far as us doing it, oh, I would love that. I would
So why?
absolutely.
I guess that's the other question people will ask. So why not you? Why not Carlena Evans and and the sister and others
Of course.
sit down with a Tyler Perry or 50 Cent or
Of
Manny
course.
Haley to put a production like this together?
Of
Why
course.
not?
That's a statement. And honestly, it just takes funding. So that's it. If it's
Oh,
funded, we absolutely zillion, yes.
so, well, I don't want you to put your ideas out here. I had some other questions, but we don't want people to run with our ideas. I say ours.
Or destroy them,
But
worse, right? Or destroy our
there's so
ideas.
many ways to counter this. You know,
Yes.
So I think this is the first step. I think that it's important that you're speaking out now, and I think hopefully those who decided to um, try to gangster your family's legacy get the message. You're not standing for it, nor is the black community standing for it.
Yes, and listen, and I say it all with love too. I say it all with love. So even if you are a part of the of Good Times, everybody, right? Seriously, with the bottom of my heart, I love all y'all. Y'all, it may not mean no harm. I love all y'all. However, when it comes to this particular thing, some things you don't mess with because it's too much good in it. When you
Right,
start to pick something apart that's good, to be honest, it kind of comes off as evil because it's kind of like, why are you like hitting or smacking or just trying to destroy something that's good and wholesome? And honestly, that's what has offended so many people.
right.
It's kind
Ain't
of like,
we
why
lucky
are
we
y'all
got them?
yes,
Good
you're
times.
duh. Evans family was I'm proud to have that last name. I'm proud to represent that legacy. And I work with children. So that says something, right? So
Absolutely.
you get it. So it's just kind of like, with love, I say, for everybody involved, right? The Netflix, the Sony, I love all of y'all, but let's certain things, let's just do the right thing. That little thing that's inside of you that says this ain't the right thing to do. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not mess with something that people hold and cherish and in their heart. And certainly, if you don't hear nothing else, don't target the babies. That's where
Right.
I'm most
And this is
offended.
this is a direct target of the
Yes,
children.
I am here in UAE. No lie. 2 days ago, a little boy, he's of what is Pakistani and descent. He said, "Miss Carlena, I just saw Good Times on Netflix." Now, what am I supposed to say to that? Now, of course, right in my inside of me, I wanted to say, "No, don't watch it." That's what I wanted to say. I said, let's change the subject. Let's talk about something else. I see it." That's what
I
I
was
had
just
to
saying we
say.
ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't know what that is.
Exactly. So now, Matt, yes. So now that parent who trusts me with their child, they sit down and watch it, and then they see the boobs, and then they see, and they're from another culture. They're not black. You understand? Could you just possibly fathom what they could think of of,
Oh,
of me
absolutely,
or
absolutely.
Kid Explosion or black people in general? But see, the people involved didn't think about all that. They didn't
Add to
think
the
about
mix social media. I mean, it magnifies it times 10.
this is a
I
whole
get it. I get it.
it's whole a whole mess. So anyway, like I said, I say it with love. Let's just all come together. I'm gonna give everybody a hug. Okay, and let's
Okay.
do right. Let's move
Okay.
forward. Right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't start no trouble. If people need to reach out to you, you on social media, how can they
Yeah,
find you?
certainly. Anything Kid Explosion is us. KIDSPLOSION. Like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. So if you see Kid Explosion, that's us. We're in the U.S. We still run summer camps in Georgia.
Also,
The
you're in,
rest of
so someone said still in Georgia. Someone just probably knew who you are. They just said still in Georgia.
Yes, of course. Yeah, because we got babies. See, 14 years. You know what I love most is the people who come like to work now. A lot of them were children that came through the program. So, when you've been doing something a long time, it's cool. Like we good. We in there, So yeah,
Absolutely.
we're still in Georgia. Of course we do things here because we are licensed here too. So we do a lot of events and things here. I'm wherever I need to be. We are a nonprofit though, so we do depend on donations. And
Absolutely.
if your children have talent, or definitely holler at us so we can showcase it, because that's what we do. We make sure that the children are aware of their gifts, talents, and abilities. But my heart is really for, and I'll be honest, that the impoverished. Because once you see that level of poverty, I'm just super duper duper passionate about it, which is why I'm over here a lot, right? So I like to go into Africa. I like to go and give back. I call us the youth Robin Hood. So it's like we make money in for-profit areas, and then I go pretty much give it all away because my heart is just so big. And that's it. That's what we do. So yeah, anybody, please support us. If you want to volunteer, you want to come over to Africa, we got plenty of partnerships, and come love on these kids with us.
Nice. That's a beautiful thing. Someone said that you guys partner with the Parks and Recreation in Georgia.
Correct. Yes, Gwinnett County.
Gwinnett. Okay. All right. Nice. A beautiful thing. Well, I want to do a follow up to this story. We want to wait until you guys do what you do, and then let's see how this day end up. How about that?
Yes, I think so. I think so. You know what? I'm gonna speak good news. We're gonna have great news. We're gonna do right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm also happy to be one of the first to interview you as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it would have been nice to have you in person, but that's all right. We get on the plane, or you can get on the plane and come back. When do you come back to Georgia? How about that? When
I
do you
know.
come
I'm
back?
gonna say I'll be over there because we have camp starting the end of May, so I'll be there.
Okay, okay.
That's why I said I'm just wherever I need to be. To be honest.
Absolutely. Any final words?
Um, Please love each other, and love includes not putting each other down and not allowing, someone else to put us down. Be conscious and aware of the images that you put out. Be conscious and aware of how we carry ourselves and how we are depicted in media. Do not just think about yourself. Think about how others view you. We do not want people around the world looking at us, right, as sexualized, drug, guns, and just inappropriate. It's not cute. It's not cute. We're better than that. So let's work together, and let's fight and preserve and protect our images and how the world views us. That's very, 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 very important. We are not illiterate. See, I can talk all day, so you just got to cut me off.
No,
But
no,
we're
no.
not,
That's good. No,
not
no. Listen,
stupid. We're smart. We're competent. We're capable. We love. You see, I can talk all day. Let's let that get out about us.
that part, ladies and
That part.
gentlemen, please uh, make sure you support Kidsplosion Nation, and when you come across when you surfing the net, flicks, keep just kind of
Keep your money. Just keep your money
keep your
this
money,
month.
keep money, keep your
That's what
money,
we
keep
keep
your
your
money,
money.
keep your
Say
money in your
no.
pocket.
We're not gonna do this.
No, we're not gonna do it. I don't even support. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't support anything that makes us look less than who we really are. So I would say I'm not going to watch it. I hadn't watched it, and I normally
Don't.
watch cartoons, but this one right here,
No, wait. Not to cut you off. Black people, this is something you bootleg. Okay, we don't bootleg our stuff. But this, don't tell them I said it. then once you see how
now that
ugly,
part, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't say that.
I didn't tell y'all. But once you see how ugly and bad it is, right? Then you be like, oh no, this is a mess. But don't give them credit, right? Because that's not good.
Absolutely.
I'm saying too much, but see, somebody got to tell them.
Somebody got to say it. If the daughter of the co-creator can't say it, then no one else can. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Carlena Evans for joining us today, and this will be released to the public. This is only membership right now, but this will be released to the public within 24 hours. But I want the members to enjoy it first.
Very good. Very good. Hello to all the members. I pray all of y'all are well.
Thank you, Miss Carlena Evans. With that said, we'll be talking soon.
Good. Good. I'm looking forward to good news.
Absolutely. And we lucky we got them. Good times.
Yes.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great, great interview. I really enjoyed her energy. You can tell she's got great spirit. And this is what I always talk about. You got to give back. You got to give. You got to pay it forward. You know. And this is, I mean, she's out the country. She's did her work in the country. She's still doing her work in the country, but she's out the country and spreading love all over the world. And you ask yourself, what have you did to change the world and make it a better place? With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I am out. Appreciate all of you. I really do.